Here are my power rankings here. I have Endgame at number 1 right now. Sawblaze is at number 3 for me right now because
Respect that.
I like that two. I like those 2 victories that Sawblaze has gotten, as well as the as well as the strength of schedule. Like they dominated those 2 fights, and then this one's up against the defending champ. And I hope we get to see a rematch between Endgame and Sawblaze, kind of like what Jameson Go wants, and so on. Yeah, and then kind of like rolling down the list a little bit. Yeah, Glitch
I have
moved up to
Rotator at number 1 right now. I'm just saying, I like Rotator.
Oh yeah,
I
Rotator's
don't
definitely
hate
up there
that.
for me as well. I think Rotator's a big one to watch for the Giant Nut this year because Rotator's been fantastic.
If for some reason, I have 3 main picks for the Nut this year. Ribot, obviously, we're going all the way. Sawblaze and Rotator. Those are like the 3 big ones that I see winning the Giant Nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Ribot at 4. Glitch is at 16 now. Went from all the way from unranked to 16. Let's see. Going down the list. P1 is currently top 20 right now. But I could definitely see P1 be ranked higher when we get to the top 32, as I'm kind of predicting, because I think they're probably going to be somewhere in the middle. Yeah, and then Malice at 29 right now, because that victory was amazing, and their strength of schedule is definitely there, and so I could definitely see Malice sneaking in there. Then the notable contenders section, I added a 6th one just because Hydra would be right there and stuff, as well as Blacksmith's in the notable contenders, but in the top 5 and stuff, because those 2 are kind of on the bubble for me right now, and I could definitely see an argument for why they should be in. So, yeah. Or are you 4 wanting to question? Well, 5 wanting to question my power rankings now?
Why is Bloodsport higher than Mad Catter and Scorpios?
I like Bloodsport's 1-1 record right now. And this is my opinion, but in the Whiplash fight, I felt they were winning that one until they got flipped over with the damage they were doing to the front of with the damage they were doing to the front of Whiplash, as well as how the judging criteria for aggression and control is run. And then that Sub-Zero fight was outstanding. That was a dominant performance from them. Mad Catter and Scorpios definitely look great as well with their 2 fights so far. But I kind of like Bloodsport's 1-1 record a little bit better, but you could definitely make arguments for those 2.
I personally love Blip. Why is Glitch ahead of Blip? I mean, I just want you.
I actually see that. I actually agree with Green's call on that.
Because the main reason for that is strength. The main reason for that is strength of schedule, because because Glitch taking out Hydra and stuff has kind of sealed the deal between those 2 for me.
I have 2 questions. These kind of go hand in hand.
Throw them at me.
Are your notable contenders ranked in order?
Yeah, because when I did my mid-season predictions podcast, I was kind of on the bubble between Riptide and Valkyrie for who I should put into that last spot, and I ended up choosing Valkyrie and stuff. Yes, they are in order.
Okay, next question. Why is Mammoth so low? I just wondering, because its hijinks match was just so impressive. I just want to know why you ranked it lower than Gruff and Blacksmith.
I wasn't exactly the biggest fan of the hijinks victory. Yes, it definitely was solid, but I felt there are other quality victories, but you could definitely make the argument and stuff of it's definitely there. You could definitely make that argument. It's a solid one. So
I ain't got much. It's a solid list.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Your ranking is just too solid.
Copperhead being at 2 is based, so yeah, I can't really complain.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 2 episodes and stuff, because I imagine we're going to see several more of these 2-0 robots fight, and it should be great.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get on to BBBN and Spin Doctor's lists.
Okay, so we're rating. We have a full page for freaking Civs then.
Rotator number 2.
We got
Spin Doctor.
We got a page following for Pory and Civilian after this one.
Already.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a reason why I have those two at the last.
We had the best lists.
We have the best lists ever.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into this. I'll just riddle them off quick and maybe add some side notes. Endgame, number 1. That doesn't surprise anyone. Number 2 is Copperhead. That's based.
Yep.
Whiplash at 3. I mean, it's always going to be a strong bot with a lot more control than a lot of other robots in the competition. I really need to see the disc. I feel like I might have Whiplash a little too high. But that's regardless. Uppercut number 4. Big spinny Bargo. Brr. Hypershock really is impressing a lot of me in general, and it's had some really good fights, and this is like the coming out season for Hypershock. Ribot at 6. Retrospectively, I might move him down a bit. I don't like its strength of schedule, but it's still a strong robot, and you can never fully prepare for it because it has a horizontal and a vertical spinner. So that variance helps Ribot out a lot. Tantrum, built like a truck. Number 7, built like a truck, with a sneaky, powerful weapon in it, as Bunny knows. Rotator at 8. Rotator's a really good bot. It had a great win over Black Dragon, and I'm blanking on what its first fight was.
Kraken.
Kraken.
Yeah, that was a good. I'm sorry.
I get it. I understand.
I'm sorry, but no, both of them were really good. Really good fights in general. Number 9, Jackpot, more destructive than I anticipated, so that's why that's there. Number 10 is Sawblaze. Sawblaze just like is a really good bot and will always be high on my list. As long as it's undefeated, it'll probably always be my number 1 because I'm a simp for Sawblaze. Blip at number 11. I enjoy how much the design, how compact it is, and it's the best flipper this year. I mean, that's understandable. Black Dragon at 12, always a solid bot. Like it's reliable. Shatter at number 13. It's a strong robot. Witch Doctor 14 might have that a little high. Scorpios at 15. Basically have that there because the weapon reliability has been concerning to say the least. Tombstone 16. This is up this hype because it's Tombstone, and it'll always be high on people's list because it is Tombstone. 17, Bloodsport. I didn't like its fight against Whiplash, but it definitely bounced back against Sub-Zero. Mad Hatter. Some people might be thinking I'm mad putting it so low on my list. It had a really good fight against Yeti. I think where it lacks any help is from control bots, so that's why I kind of have it lower. Gigabyte at 19, very, very solid bot. We have Fusion at 20. I'm glad they were able to figure out how to like figure out their weapon during Cobalt, but we saw those problems once again when I fought Copperhead. At 21, might have it a little too low, but I mean, it's a rookie bot. I'm never too extremely high on rookie bots in general. So, I mean, as you will. Yeti and Minotaur, Cobalt, I would say, are all in the same boat where they had like issues with the robots the first fight, and then had a great second fight. So they're all sort of slotted in here. P1, it's a good robot. It's 2 and 1. Like, who can argue against that? Valkyrie had some reliability issues in the first fight, and then dominated Triple Crown. Same thing with Ice Wave. Huge had a big got a big hit, got hit big words, and then had a great fight against Retrograde, but the strength of schedule really isn't there. Gruff, one of the best control bots. Deep Six is on this list solely because like the Pain Train fight is living in my head rent free the entire season so far. Mammoth, I have it 31. I enjoy Mammoth. Then we have Defender at 32 because I think the Riptide fight was good. And then to run it out, the honorable mentions are Lucky, Shredderator, Hydra, Claw Viper, Malice. Dig into me, yell at me for how terrible my list is.
Why?
Yeah, we'll
Why
probably
is
ask
Gruff?
ask a few questions, and we'll get.
Yeah, I was gonna ask
asking-
about Gruff too.
Yeah, why is
What?
Gruff higher than Deep Six, Mammoth, Defender, Lucky, Captain Shredderator? What's up with that one?
What's up with that? Gruff is built. Gruff is built very, very well, and it would honestly be lower if Hydra had its flipper actually working. But considering the fact that it will always stay competitive in its fights, like, and it doesn't tend to have a lot of reliability issues. And that's where I have it ahead of Lucky, because Lucky has had reliability issues in the past. Same thing with Shredderator. And Hydra dies after like getting hit twice. Claw Viper sometimes hits a wall and then it stops. The drive stops working. And then honestly, I might have Malice a little too low. I'll more than likely move Malice higher. But I think reliability is what Gruff has going for it.
My question is P1 at 25. Why is it around that low and stuff?
I try to take into consideration what robots I think would beat it, and I have trouble picturing P1 beating Cobalt and Minotaur and Yeti when they're fully functioning. Like, in my rankings, some do end up sliding, and it's because like I don't realistically in my mind I don't know how well they would beat some of the other robots in the same area.
I have a question about.
What does it spin?
Go ahead. Sorry. You can go ahead, civilian.
Yeah, we'll go ahead with 2 more.
Okay. I'll go then. Why is Tombstone higher than Bloodsport and Mad Catter?
Because it's Tombstone. Next question.
Why is Valkyrie so high despite only fighting Triple Crown? Or winning against Triple Crown?
Because it's Valkyrie. Next question.
Okay, I have a question.
Last one, which will be Pory.
I have two. It's 2 questions. Two. A question and a comment. One, where's Deadlift on your list?
Yeah, it should be number 0. My bad.
Did
I'll fix
Deadlift lose to Jackpot?
Yeah, but I like Deadlift.
But it hasn't won.
Deadlift on my list in general is 54.
Pory's a deadlift. Don't mind him. He's a deadlift sim.
Sorry, Pory, but
Yeah,
I love
this
Deadlift.
ro- this
I
robot-
love
this
Deadlift.
stand-
It's a cool robot.
This
So-
Just
robot,
lost,
this robot
so-
would Jackpot would wipe the floor with Deadlift. I'm sorry, Pory.
Bro, we wiped the floor. Deadlift wiped the floor with Jackpot before. What are you talking about? We're
We
1-1,
wiped the floor
bro.
with you guys this season.
Yeah, the first half of that fight, we had you on the ropes, man.
Oh,
I
we
want a
had
rematch.
mini bot. A
On
mini
behalf
bot had
of-
you on the ropes.
On
Guys.
behalf of the team I have no affiliation with, we challenged Jackpot to a rematch, and we're gonna find out who's
Jackpot
Wait,
accepts
Pory.
that as, Jackpot's bae. Jackpot totally accepts that rematch.
All right, bet.
Pory, what's your second? What was your second question?
My second comment was gonna be that Spin Doctor is based for having Sawblaze at 7.
I agree.
That is base.
Based.
Wait, Spin. Why is uppercut number 10? Why is Tantrum fall?
let me say my list.
Yeah, wait, hold on.
No, I'm going right into this.
Why is
explain
Scorpio's higher?
myself.
Fuck.
Go, Spin, go
Okay.
now.
Wait.
Okay, Endgame
Just
number
go.
sorry,
one.
Just go, Spin. We'll let
I
Spin
really
show off his list.
I really struggled putting Endgame at number one because, like, I was just not impressed with his first and third fight. Its first fight being Hydra, where it just got pushed around and dominated by a Hydra with no weapon until Hydra just kind of died on its own. And then his third fight, it just insta-launched Sawblaze. In the end, I settled on Endgame in number one slot because I did not want to be yelled at. And then Rotator is my is my number two because I just really impressed by how it just slaughtered Kraken. Like, Kraken was controlling, got stuck, and then when they freed, Rotator just started tearing into Kraken. And then its Black Dragon fight was just so impressive to me, where it kind of just controlled most of the fight and got a bunch of big hits in despite going against a wedge bot and being horizontal. I'm just gonna skip some of the, understandable ones. I put Hypershock so high because I'm just impressed with its driving and how it managed to take out Lockjaw, missing a wheel and having two other damaged ones. I want to say that me and BBN have Ribbot on the same place. I like that. Whiplash is high because I just really enjoy its first win, and its second win was, even though not very strong, it was still a good win in the end. Sawblaze is 7 because Sawblaze. I put Shadow really high because I just really have a bias towards hammer bots, and that's mainly it. But I do like that Blacksmith fight. That was a good showing. Uppercut is at 10 because although it kind of was really powerful, really impressive, it did lose half its drive against free shipping, and I do knock off points for that.
Base.
Scorpios is 11. It's just really good in its first fight, even though it's Orby, and it did lose by a split decision.
Wait a minute.
What?
Keep going,
I
but
always agree with Spin. Spin and I are
I
buddies
noticed
now.
the same thing I
I've never met
noticed.
Spin before
Yeah.
today, but I like him.
keep going, Spin. But
I
I'm
have
about.
I have P1 super high just because I had two really dominant matches. One against Valkyrie. Even though Valkyrie did tear it up a bunch, I do think that if P1 wasn't like being super controlling and pushing around, I think Valkyrie would have been eventually KO'd. But I do knock off points. That it just lost half its, like, it did lose drive against it, but I don't take off too many points for that. And then it did completely dominate Jaeger. Ribbot was not too bad because Ribbot is really good. Huge, I have really high because I do not really discount its loss against Riptide because it did just get stuck against like the screws area and pin there. It did take out Riptide's weapon in like 1 or 2 hits. Like, that's impressive. And then it just completely demolished Retrograde. So really high. I have Blip super low. Well, relatively low because its 2 wins were just not very impressive. I mean, okay, they were very impressive. They were against very, high tier bots. So I did move up from last time. That's because it just restructured my whole thing. But it's just not going to make it very high unless it beats a really good bot, in my opinion.
I mean, Overhaul is a bot that exists, so.
Guys, I really have to go. Thanks for everything, but I do have to get going.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming, Bunny.
Bye.
Yeah,
for hanging out, Bunny.
say thanks to
Anytime,
David
it
for
was
coming
fun.
as well from me.
You're welcome. Sounds great. Have a good day.
You as well.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
So yeah, Bloodsport just kind of beat Sub-Zero. Like, it's not that high of a win because it is Sub-Zero. They're 0-2. They're not so hot, so I got to put them lower. Also, they just got completely dominated by Whiplash, Black Dragon's kind of low because although impressive wins, it beat Ice Wave, who's not that impressive right now, and it did get suplexed and controlled quite a bit by Claw Viper. It kind of got lucky in that it just got thrown into their wheelbase. Glitch is low because that first fight was just not strong at all, and then Hydra's also not doing so hot. Cobalt's 22. They only beat Ghost Raptor. Let's be real. And then Mammoth, I have so high. Like, I don't know why, but I just love their execution of Hijinks. I mean, I understand Hijinks lost a wheel because other issues, not because of Mammoth, but the fact that it was able to control so effectively despite being at a design disadvantage was just amazing to me. I rate that so high compared to other stuff. Gigabyte it beats me. It wasn't that strong of a win, and Shredderator just kind of died. In hindsight, I should probably put Gigabyte lower because it just wasn't that strong of a win. Hijinks is high because I like that Kraken win. Minotaur is low because it's just Dragon Slayer wasn't that strong. Got completely dominated by Sawblaze. Yeti, Shredderator, Tombstone. I like how it controlled after lost its weapon. Malice, I just rate higher because it's really entertaining. It has a lot of good hits in. It just is really solid. It just got 2 really bad matchups. I probably should put higher in hindsight. Okay, this is where it gets hot. I have free shipping on here because this is not a top 32 prediction. This is a power ranking. They were impressive in all their fights. Civilian Arc, you said they should have beat Blacksmith.
No,
They
that's
took out
base.
half of drives. They took out half of Uppercut's drive, and they drove with 1 wheel against Tombstone. Okay. Okay.
My brain
Switchback.
right now.
Switchback is neat. Okay.
Base.
Yeah, they have a
can't.
hammer drums are neat. I agree with you.
Hammer drums are neat. It just
Okay.
hasn't translated.
And then
Why?
notables, you have Riptide. That was a solid one. Witch Doctor, they only beat Duck and they got wrecked by Endgame. Even that Duck win, they lost their weapon against Duck of all bots. Hydra is Hydra. I rate them higher because they did control Endgame for quite a bit without their weapon, and they flipped Gruff out of the arena. We don't talk about that third win. Ice Wave, it got like 2 hits and then killed Deadlift, and they got murked by a Black Dragon. Claw Viper, I just think it was impressive how it suplexed Black Dragon and really controlled, pardon my French.
Okay, Green, how many questions do we got?
Well, just ask a few. I'll sit out. For
Why
persuasion.
is Tantrum lower than Scorpio's? How?
Oh, yeah.
Tantrum
How?
beat
How did
Lucky,
Scorpio-
not strong win, and he got thrown against the rails. That was not very impressive showing, and then it lost his weapon against Malice despite having full control of the fight. It is a good bot. Those were impressive wins in the end, but like I do take off points for that.
Scorpio's got a win against a bot that had the design advantage to Spin.
Okay.
It also took Whiplash to a split decision despite losing its weapon.
Okay, so first off, adding free shipping kind of based, but my question
Very
is,
based.
why isn't Deadlift on your list?
Oh my god.
That's a
He
great
died in 2
question.
hits. And then when they had a chance of control, they missed their match. They missed their mark. They missed their chance to take the jackpot dub.
Base.
Okay, next question. Why isn't Rex on your list?
Gosh.
Base.
They need the weight bonus. Get the weight bonus. They're on here.
Base. Okay, alright.
Alright, before we get to Pory and Sibs, I got a question for Pory. You know who would beat Deadlift?
Deadlift.
Ike.
We're gonna cancel you so
This
quickly.
robot.
No. Listen, we're 1-1. We're gonna have a rematch.
You're not
Deadlift's
1-1.
gonna win.
You're 0-2. You're 0-2.
We're 1-1 against Jacklift. Against
They're 1-1
Jackpot.
against
Jackpot?
Jackpot, but we know they'd be an easy 1-2, even 1-3
No.
against Jackpot if they fought 1-2 more times.
Hey, let's look at
Especially after they couldn't control a mini bot. Somebody
Pory,
who's
you
probably
lost to a fucking
1/25th
mini-bot.
the weight of Deadlift was winning
Pory,
against them in that fight.
Pory, Needle fought in beetle weights in Arizona Robotic Combat. The only difference was it used rulers instead of forks. It's safe to assume it was only like 10 pounds. You lost to a fucking 10-pound robot.
See?
I don't want to hear it. Your favorite robot's Duck.
Oh, it's not a stinger, you favela. You fab.
You're a favela. No, you look here. You look
Mr.
here.
I like
No, you get into the motherfucking kitchen. You make me that green ham, or get out of here.
I'll make it during your wedding, you fab.
All right. I'll make you cake. Got your back.
Let's go ahead and get to Sib's power rankings since Mantine's.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this.
Okay, so for my power ranking.
All right, we'll just let Pory go first, but there won't be any questions with this one.
Yeah, no, this is a perfect list.
Yeah, because it's already perfect. So
number 1 is Endgame because they're 3-0. My number 2 is Bribot because they're also 3-0. My number 3 is super heavyweight Walkerbot Mechadon. My number 4 is Jim Swantowski, 1999 middleweight robot junior. It's sort of like a scaled down version of their heavyweight bot Hercules. Number 5 is Punjar, because it's a very good wedge. Number 6 is Gigabyte for some reason. Number 7 is Mortis, because they competed in both Battlebots and Robot Wars, so it's like a very versatile machine. Number 8 is Jessica Chobot, because she thought that Chomp beat Warrior Dragon for some reason. Or was that Jessica Chobot? No, never mind. No, it wasn't. But she still gets number 8. I'm thinking Naomi Kyle. My bad. But Jessica Chobot, she gets number 8 because she was a part of the show at one point. Number 9 is Counter Revolution because I want it to come back. Number 10 is Turtle Roadkill because it made the semifinals in 5.0 and it had a pretty promising showing. Number 11 is Black Dragon. They're kind of neat. Number 12 is Triple Crown. I thought Triple Crown looked really promising in that Valkyrie fight, and Todd Mendenhall is really neat. Number 13 is Sidewinder because I want them to. Number 14 is Jim Smentowski. He's hopefully going to bring Nightmare back. We're hoping. Number 15 is Mad Dog, which is that like flipper bot with like wheels that like spin. It's kind of like what Triple Crown has, only it's in a flipper bot. Number 16 is Stinger. Stinger come back. Yeah. Number 17 is Extinguisher because they beat Gruff. Number 18 is Greg Munson. Number 19 is Mobius because they should have gotten accepted last year. Number 20 is Sawblaze, but they probably should be 7 in retrospect.
They should.
21 is Predator. It did pretty well in Robot Ruckus this year. It got a win. Number 22 is Uppercut, but the Comedy Central era of Uppercut that Christian Karlberg made for the Build a Bot segment in the show. Because that was a fun segment to watch. Number 23 is Voltronic. I'm still really salty about that Biohazard win, but I mean, it is what it is. Number 24 is Red Devil because it beat Witch Doctor.
8.
Number 25 is Upwald and Overlord because it's neat. Number 26 is Mad Dog again. Number 27 is Swamp Thing. I disagree with all the comments below, and you know, I've been the crew chief and commander of Tombstone. Wait, no, hold on. I'll explain. I disagree with all the comments, and the reason why is that I've been the crew chief of Tombstone for 12 years. Yes, there have been many changes, but the latest design was designed and built by me in my shop with the exception of the new blades, and they changed the lipos. The failures were the blades breaking and the setting of lipos on fire, and the frames took no damage at all, including my newly designed ME0708 weapon motor. I understand that you all think that Ray built and designed Tombstone, but for the past 5 years, Tombstone was built and maintained by me while Ray got all the credit, and that's why after filming the 2021 season, I've decided to leave Team Hardcore / Tombstone and start my own Team Swamp Thing for the 2022 season. Number 28 is Warhead. Warhead's a neat robot. Number 29 is Dragon Slayer because he kicked Doug's ass.
Hell yeah. It's the worst robot ever.
Number 30 is Big Dill because they haven't lost a fight yet this year.
They're unbeaten, that's true.
Number 31 is Whiplash because they looked very promising. Number 32 is Aegis because they also haven't lost a fight this year. But then in my notables, number 1 we have Counter Revolution again for some reason. Number 2 we have the Bronco Push Strike toy. It's a very fun toy to play with. Number 3 we have Bill Dwyer because he was a pretty entertaining host back in the day. Number 4 is Axolotl because it's kind of like a frog, sort of. And 5, we have Rotator.
Where's that?
Yeah, where's Deadlift, Pory?
Where's Deadlift, you
Where's
fab?
Deadlift?
Where's Smee?
Deadlift
No.
and Smee are...
Here's where Deadlift is. It's in the dumpster after Jackpot shredded it apart again.
Oh my gosh, you can stop
After
talking.
Needle shredded it apart.
No, you look here. Listen, Deadlift would beat the crap out of Jackpot if they fought again. 100%.
You know who
History.
could beat Deadlift? The
No
Bronco
one.
He's
push
nuts.
toy.
The Bronco Strike Toy would kick Deadlift's ass.
No,
True.
Deadlift
I mean-
is neat. I don't want to hear it.
Hey,
Bro,
Bronco
if-
Push Strike toy is neat as well.
It is.
Alright, probably enough with that. Let's go ahead and get to Civilian Arcs list. Probably briefly go over your list, Civilian, since I know there's going to be a lot of questions. Speed through
Here
that.
we go.
please.
I am in physical pain reading this list.
Yeah.
Someone try one more
No,
time.
actually, I'm going to say this.
Mantine.
Let's just go right to questions, actually, since Civilian's probably going to have his list explained just through that.
How the
Hydra
fuck is
at
Hydra
10?
10?
Excuse
How the
me?
fuck is that? What the fuck, dude?
Oh, well. Well, Hydra had an impressive win on the Ritz belt, and its two
No,
flips
it
were
didn't.
and its two flips were extremely amazing.
Okay.
Black Dragon and
question is-
Minotaur, the last two seeds. Why?
Oh, Minotaur has not had an impressive moment.
No,
besides
I can
that
see
first-
Minotaur being that low. Did Blip do something to your family? Why is it only 24?
It was
Bro,
23
it's
for
had
me
two.
last
It's
time.
had two extremely weak wins. I don't know what you want from me.
All right, man.
Oh,
you
hey,
showed me
hey,
the
hey,
perfect
hey,
time.
hey,
All right. No more questions for anyone else. Manti, just go right
Mantine
ahead.
gets-
Go,
Wait, no,
go
can I have
after
one more
Civilian
question?
Arcs. Okay, go ahead. And then we'll just let Mantine do his thing.
I'm just giving Mantine time to get his bearings. How is me number 20? It wasn't even on any of our net lists or any of our notables. Why?
25.
Because it had a good wheel snipe and it did well against Gigabyte.
Me barely did anything against Deep Six. Deep Six lost by itself essentially.
All right, Mantine, go right ahead. The floor is now
Okay.
yours. This is gonna be good.
Mantine. Oh my gosh.
Holy Jesus.
Manti, what do you think of my list?
Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Your list is already better than what I see on the left. I see Smee at number 20. What in the fuck is this? Smee at 20. Hydra at 10 after 2 losses. 1 to Glitch. You have had 2 fights in total. In game with a 10-second out of the arena, and Ribot is ahead of it.
Also,
Mad
Glitch
Catter
isn't
at
even on your
11.
list.
Glitch isn't on there. Glitch is fucking 2-0. Smee is 1-1 with his only win against Deep Six because it got stuck in the fucking arena.
Here, wait, I actually need to make one edit quick. But go ahead, keep going, Mantine.
Free shipping is at 0-3. I get it's had good fights. You just went rampage on the notables.
Yeah, because I forgot to make that edit because Civilian said that.
That was a joke. That was a joke. I promise you, that one was a joke.
Why is Minotaur? Why did Minotaur get on this list after last? It hasn't had any fights since last week. You put it on there for what reason? Why is Malice at 20? It's still 1-2. That doesn't change the fact it's 1-2.
Its win was impressive. Its win against Jackpot was impressive. I mean, its win against Blacksmith was impressive, not the win against Jackpot. Yeah.
Jackpot? I thought we were talking about Minotaur.
You mentioned Malice. What?
Oh,
What bot?
Malice lost against Jackpot. You liar.
I corrected myself.
Okay. Fusion. I just it caught on fire again. Why is it above like Huge and Witch Doctor?
Bro, because Witch Doctor's only win is like the worst robot ever, and it did well against Endgame, but I mean, I still don't think that should put it over Fusion, who performed really well against Cobalt and did decent to Copperhead.
It did decent against Endgame. I wouldn't say good.
Alright, I want to say this first before Mantin's next comment. Civilian, who are you predicting for? No, actually, forget. No, I'm actually not going to say that. Okay, Mantin, keep going. Actually, because I shouldn't say what I was thinking about saying.
I need you to explain some of these before I can continue. I feel like I've got to give you a second to like.
Okay, I guess I'll just go down the list. Number 1, we got Ribot. I based who got the 3-0, the number 1 seed, entirely on performance.
Go through this stuff, Civilian.
Nothing based on strength of schedule. 2, we got Endgame. 3, we got Sawblaze. 4, Uppercut. 5, Jack Pit. 6, Horseshock. 7, Tantrum. 8, Shitter. 7, Cupper Cone. 10, Hydra. 11, Mad Cutter. 12, Whiplash. 13, Rotator. 14, Scorpios. 15, Defender. 16, Gigabyte. 17, Riptide. 19 Fusion. 18, Smee. 20, Smee. 21, Huge. 22, Claw Viper. 23 Valk, 24 Blip, 25 Lucky, 26 Malice, 27 Cobalt, 28 Captain Shredderator, 29 Yeti, 30 Bloodsword, 31 Minotaur, 32 Black Dragon.
Why the fuck is Blip below Smee? Smee Blip is 2-0. I know I have shit about it, but why is it a 24?
Also,
because Smee has tougher opponents.
That's actually true.
I mean, but that's not true because Smee, its one win was a robot getting stuck on its own, and then it lost. Deep 6 is not a tough opponent.
And why is Gigabyte below Defender?
Because
holy shit, I didn't even what? What?
Bro, because Gigabyte got a lucky opponent, and its Captain Shredderator win wasn't impressive. Its win against me was good, but I mean, come on.
Why is Shredderator above Bloodsport?
Okay, why has Black Dragon not moved at all from last time?
Again.
Wait, where's P1? It's 3-0.
Wait, where is P1? It's 2-1, dude. You agreed with us earlier in the podcast saying that it would get in. Where the fuck is it?
Justice for P1.
This is terrible.
He is P1 near the bottom of his entire rankings, as Glitch. P1 and Glitch are each 8 from the bottom out of the entire competitive field.
Oh my gosh. Okay, can I ask a serious question? Black Dragon wins against Claw Viper. Before this even happens, 32nd seed. You're at 32 on your power rankings. Wins a fight against Claw Viper. You know, natural thought would bring the fact up that Black Dragon would go higher in the ranking. The fuck?
It just had a Black Dragon win. Every single win it gets is the same thing.
Why is Valkyrie higher than Cobalt?
Wait, oh my god.
because Valkyrie got good shots on P1, like I mentioned last week.
Oh my god.
Split a robot into like 70 pieces.
Yeah.
The only thing I can agree with, I can't. Let's see. I like Gigabyte.
Wait, why Sawblaze 3?
I like Gigabyte at number 6 on Pory's list.
Sawblaze is literally the only one I consider to deserve a top 1 seed. Like, Ribot, Endgame, and Sawblaze are the only bots that deserve a 1 seed so far. I don't care anymore. Sawblaze.
Ribot? What did Ribot do?
The best bot.
It beat
yeah.
what, 3 shitters?
P1.
had better performances than Endgame did.
But it's just it got 3 free wins, and even if you say P1 deserved a challenge, but that doesn't mean the Ribot should be praised for beating
Valkyrie
what's
was
essentially
P1's
a fucking
challenge.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
can I
very
have
true.
a question? I have another question.
Yeah, go
Hydra 1 and 2 robot, right?
Not even,
How is
shouldn't
it
even be
ahead of
here.
an undefeated Whiplash and an undefeated Rotator?
A fantastic point.
because Hydra's moments are always impressive.
No,
Whiplash.
what the only
Wait, you're
impressive
saying that
moment
the
in that
growth
last
fight
fight
was
was Glitch
impressive?
beating the shit out of it.
Maybe I could maybe in hindsight I would have put Rotator higher than Hydra.
Dude.
I'll admit.
Dude, Hydra could lose to a piece of paper because it doesn't have good defenses whatsoever.
I mean,
You could step on it and then it would break the drivetrain or something like that.
Wait, Mantin, you know what I just noticed on Civ's power rankings? Tombstone
What?
is at second to last place on his power rankings.
I don't blame him. Fuck Tombstone. Tombstone is unfortunately very, very bad.
Also,
And
your
Deadlift
notables,
is fifth from the bottom.
your notables have a combined win of 1 win.
Deadlift should be like a fucking not even on this list, bro. Why is Deadlift here?
it's not.
It's not on the list. I'm just looking at Civ's DM where he DMs me his ranking for all of the entire competitive field.
Yes.
Civ, your notables have an entire full ranking, full win. Has only had words. Your entire notables only have 1 win under their belt.
So Civ, explain to me this. Why let's see, why are
Wait, why is Claw Viper 10 spots ahead of Black Dragon?
Why is Minotaur below Malice? Why is Minotaur below Malice? Explain that one to me.
Oh, because Malice has way more impressive moments than Minotaur. Malice, even in its losses, it does impressive. Like, it took out Tantrum's weapon. It got good shots on Jackpot. Got good shots on Jackpot.
It took out Tantrum's weapon. Okay, what spinner has fusion did that?
Why is Yeti above Black Dragon?
Because
Yeti's neat.
Yeah, Yeti's base. Black Dragon isn't.
Yeah.
Wow.
The more I look at this list, the more it gives me like an aneurysm.
This list is giving me like malaria. This is terrible.
Oh my gosh. Green, I think you need to make this a separate video. Like power rankings as a separate video, so it's not like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Could definitely do that for the next one.
We are getting close to 3 hours.
Just make a video of me roasting Civ's power.
Sure. Alright, I think we'll probably close out that video here. So
oh my gosh.
Thanks for checking out this podcast.
I thought
everybody's YouTube video links will be in the description and stuff for the people that have them, as well as the link tree for Malice will be in the description as well. Thanks for checking this out. Check all their YouTube channels out and stuff. And so we're getting into episode 9 next week, where I plan to do a prediction podcast, and then we'll do an episode review, and I'll probably do a separate video for power rankings for that one. That way we can spend as much time as possible roasting Civilian Arcs power rankings and stuff. But
yes.
Yeah, thanks for watching this video, and I'll hopefully see you for the next podcast.